We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
National debt climbs, oil production gets cut, job openings drop, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lupkin, and here's the news you need to know. Despite the Biden administration's claims of lowering the deficit, the U.S. national debt has risen above $31 trillion for the first time, the Treasury Department said in a report released Tuesday. The news came as the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates to fight the highest inflation in decades, increasing borrowing costs. The Fed cut rates to near zero during the coronavirus pandemic, but has raised them to more than 3% this year and expects them to reach 4.6% in 2023. The higher rates make the nation's debts more costly. Too many people were complacent about our debt path, in part because rates were so low, Michael Peterson, chief executive of the pro-debt reduction Peter G. Peterson Foundation, told the New York Times. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk has renewed his $44 billion offer to buy Twitter, just weeks before the social media company is scheduled to try to force him in court not to abandon the deal. Musk sent a letter to Twitter offering to buy it at its original price, $54.20 per share, according to Bloomberg. Twitter shares shot up 22% to close at $52 a share after the news broke. Twitter confirmed it had received the letter and will go through with the deal. Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, told Twitter in July he was backing out of the deal because it had failed to provide adequate data on how many of its accounts are fake. Twitter promptly filed a lawsuit seeking to force him to go through with the purchase. U.S. employers' job openings fell to about 10.1 million in August, a monthly decline of 1.1 million, suggesting that the Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hikes were starting to slow the economy and impact the labor market. The drop was bigger than expected, bringing total openings to the lowest level since June 2021. But the number of available jobs is still far higher than before the coronavirus crisis hit the United States in February 2020. The previous record was 7.7 million. The broad-based decline in job openings across sectors in the U.S. shows a slight loosening in the labor market, said Jeffrey Roach, chief economist of LPL Financial. North Korea fired an intermediate-range ballistic missile that flew over Japan on Tuesday, causing the Japanese government to issue a rare warning for people in two northern prefectures to take shelter. The test of the missile, which came down in the Pacific Ocean east of Japan's exclusive economic zone, represents a major escalation by North Korea that increased concerns about the country's nuclear capabilities after several recent test launches during joint military drills by the United States, South Korea, and Japan. The New York Times reported the missile flew 2,800 miles, the longest distance a North Korean missile has traveled. Former Hunter Biden business partner Tony Bobulinski expressed outrage at the FBI's handling of damaging information he provided them about the first son's business dealings involving his uncle James Biden, Chinese and other foreign interests, and reportedly Joe Biden himself. Bobulinski, a Navy veteran and the former head of Sinohawk Holdings, which he described as a partnership between the CEFC Chinese energy conglomerate and two Biden family members, told Tucker Carlson tonight in an exclusive interview on Tuesday that he decrypted subtle word choices by Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg from his own sit-down with UFC commentator and podcaster Joe Rogan. He explained how it allegedly showed that the FBI must have known how damaging the information was on the Biden family and what it would do to the then candidate. President Biden on Wednesday said he would release 10 million more barrels of oil from the U.S.'s Strategic Petroleum Reserve in November in a move to counter raising gas prices again. His decision was announced just hours after OPEC said it would cut oil production by 2 million barrels a day. The cuts are expected to drive up costs at the pump globally. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.